have. So Shalomi, I'd like to come back to you and maybe talk a little bit about what are young people doing to respond to the climate crisis in your context? How are they working to build resilience?
Yes, Gillian. According to my understanding, youth across the world feel passionate about this climate crisis since the generations that precede them have had mixed success. In our ecumenical committees, we had both adult and youth representatives, and also we are trying to aim to target workshops in schools and other youth forums. And one example is from one of our committees. They mobilized a group of youth from the northern part of the country to engage in a fruit tree planting project to provide both a source of nourishment and also to conserve the soil in a flood hazard prone area. So like that, we are planning to continue that, the target activities as such.
Thanks, Shalomi. It's really inspiring. Like you said, youth around the world, in all corners of the world, are really passionate and determined. And I have a feeling, Faye, that you might be able to give us some examples from your context as well of how the young people are responding to these challenges.
Thank you, Gillian. Yes, our young people we've gone into partnership with the University of the South Pacific here again, looking at the science, looking at that type of partnership. We've gone into partnership with the University of the South Pacific to and are using their program in terms of vulnerability mapping called the community integrated vulnerability assessment toolkits that we're using. But the added value here is that we are using these toolkits together with a satellite imaging open source software that's called QGIS, and thereby using the mapping, but also using that type of satellite imaging to do the vulnerability mapping in more detail. And this is all done by the young people of the church. The governance of the church has allowed that to happen. And such is the impact of this move within the church by the young people using cutting edge technology to do mission in our churches, that they're now using that particular technology and that particular approach to also attend to their 5 marks of mission in their own respective communities, and they're doing this with really very little assistance from the outside, and they're doing this all on their own. They're preparing themselves in times of in the lead up to cyclone seasons. They go around, they prepare they preposition their supplies, they do all of these things on their own initiative. And here, not only do they do that, but they also do rubbish collection at the seashore. They do recycling. They do all of those things because it is about them. It is not like what Shalomi said. I think we've the past generation has not done well in terms of taking care of the environment, and so these young people, out of their own initiatives, are doing much better with the little resources that they have to really attend to those key things that as faith-based communities we can do.
Thanks, Faye. I think, again, the innovation, the determination that you're speaking to is something that needs to be highlighted and celebrated. And I think that it should inspire more commitment and support for these initiatives, because people are so willing and ready out of passion and a care for their own communities to just take action, depending on, no matter how many resources they already have at their disposal.